Welcome to Ultimate Wrestling Trivia, our spooktacular Halloween episode. The man, don't be scared, down there is Mike Frankenstein Merc. The man in the middle, don't call him Blair Witch, Mr. Angelo Stefano. And my name is the Zombie, Devon. How are you doing? We appreciate you guys checking us out each and every Tuesday. Make sure you hit that smash like, follow button, notification bell, and follow us on all social media platforms by searching Ultimate Wrestling Trivia. It is our Halloween episode. As you can see, we got some decorations out here. And Stefano.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, seeing it is the Halloween, the greatest holiday of all time, I thought you'd be in the spirit a little bit. I thought you would dress up a little bit here and maybe partake in the episode, like spooktacular spirits, ghosts and goblins, trick or treat. What? Like,
hold on.
Uh-oh.
Yo, what's up? I'm Devon. I'm the host of Ultimate Wrestling Trivia, the show. I respect women wrestlers. That's why I have them lined up here. I'm not like Stefano and thinks they all belong in a kitchen somewhere. No. There, you happy?
To quote Dashing Derek, would you stop? Oh, all right. It is our Halloween episode. Yes, we got a lot of tricks. We got a lot of treats. And we are discussing pro wrestlers who dressed up as other pro wrestlers and had a little fun along the way. We each took 3 of them. We had some thoughts along the way. Plus, we have our very own vampire, Gangrel, giving a trivia question later on in the show. So make sure you stick around for that. I'm going to take you back to October 27th, around Halloween time, 2007, an episode of Raw where none other than Mr. Santino Marella delivered a promo about the Cyber Sunday pay-per-view where he was to face Austin. He discussed missing his flight that made fun of the Austin film, The Condemned. Did you ever watch the movie Condemned at all? Did we like that one? Was it good?
I actually kind of liked it. I didn't think it was too bad.
Oh. All right. Santino Marella as Stone Cold. I thought he was pretty funny. He had the bald cap on. He had the swig of beer for the working man. He had the Austin 316 t-shirt, of course. And, you know, Santino, he can go from anywhere from portraying a woman to an Italian to an evil Russian character to Stone Cold. I thought Santino dressed up as Austin fairly well, and it was quite entertaining, to say the least. Merc, who did you chime in with our spooktacular dress-up episode here?
Well, I will say, so my personal favorite of this version that has been done was, and I was tipped off to it ahead of time. So our good friend, Mr. Kennedy, Mr. Anderson, when he was in TNA, during his TNA world title run where he was feuding with the legend, the icon Sting, he had sent me a picture from the day they filmed one of the TNA tapings of him dressed as 80s Sting with the bleach blonde hair, with the face paint, with the Stinger boots, the jacket with the fringes. And so that's one of the few times I was tipped off to a future TV taping result. And I was like, wow, I cannot wait to see this. I didn't even realize that was Ken at first.
Right, I was just going to say, I know they're probably putting up a picture as we speak of the producer and stuff, and a spitting image with the bleach blonde hair. It was really good. It was well done on Ken's part.
It was good, and even Ken had said Sting at the time was quite impressed with how he looked. So that's my personal favorite, but we've got a few more, and we'll discuss those.
Absolutely. Mr. Stefano.
Well, I don't know if I'd say this is a favorite of mine, but it fits with the Halloween theme. It was Ted DiBiase's fake Undertaker.
Yes.
When they went and did the Undertaker versus Undertaker at, I believe that was SummerSlam 1994.
Could be right, yeah.
And that was prime time Brian Lee as the fake Undertaker. And, well, he sure kind of looked like the Undertaker in the match, I guess. Most of the experts agree it wasn't quite all it could have been. It wasn't the worst thing ever done in wrestling. It was definitely different having the Undertaker fight himself.
Yeah,
Kind of, that's the old Austin Powers. Allow myself to introduce myself.
Did Stefano ever go one-on-one with the great Stefano before? Has that ever been done?
That would be some Freaky Friday kind of happening there. No, I don't think there's a fake Stefano, but I could be wrong. He might be hiding somewhere in the world waiting to meet me. I don't know.
Well, we'll just have to wait and find out. It is our Halloween episode. Talking about pro wrestlers, dressed up as pro wrestlers, having a little fun along the way. Another one that comes to mind for me is when the New Day dressed up as the Wyatts. They were pretty funny. They had the raggedy old gear, the I guess you call it like farmer clothing almost. They had the gray beards, the hats and stuff. They definitely showed how fun they were during this time. The dingy clothing that Luke Harper used to wear back in the day when Big E was rocking it. And then I think they had some butt pads on there as well. Kofi and Xavier Woods definitely took it to a whole nother level. Very fun entertainment, good TV script right there. So that definitely pops in my head. The New Day dressed up as the Wyatts. And I feel like along the way, a lot of people might have dressed up as the Wyatts. One of those characters like you can have fun with. I mean, spectacular.
Absolutely. And I love going to wrestling shows, seeing fans dressed as wrestlers. Yeah. You know, you see sometimes they're more of a huckster and a nacho man than a hulkster and a macho man. But there's definitely people that have done that, and Bray Wyatt is one of those characters that
just iconic, legendary
many
figures that
people dress up as. Yeah, Undertakers.
Is there one that you were either at an independent show or WWE, WCW, ECW that pops out in your brain right now? I know I'm going off script a little bit. That somebody dressed up as somebody that you remember?
There's one. So there was a promoter here in the Green Bay area. We'll give him a shout out. Jason Jerry, NWA Wisconsin.
Shout out Jake.
ACW, All-Star Championship Wrestling, WPW. And he did a October-ish battle royal every year called the Spooktacular Battle Royal.
No, I think it was called Spookaroo, wasn't
it? Or Spookaroo. Yes, the Spookaroo Battle Royal, where many a wrestler, and ECW has done this as well, where wrestlers come out dressed as other wrestlers. And this is something that other wrestling promotions have done. And the one that has impressed me the most was friend of the program Perfection came out as Shinsuke Nakamura. Nakamura's entrance music. He's wearing Nakamura's gear. And god dang, kid nailed it.
Kind of pulled it off,
Yeah, he pulled it off.
I feel like, I wish I had the straw hat and overalls. I could probably pull off some kind of Wyatt or Godwin or something right now, but wasn't in the cards for today. Halloween episode. Stefano, what's another one that pops out in your mind?
Well, you know me and my love for the old NWA, and in 1987, Jimmy Garvin turned babyface and had a world title shot against Ric Flair in a cage. And the stipulation was that if Jimmy Garvin did not defeat Ric Flair and win the NWA world title, Ric Flair would get a night with Precious, who was Jimmy Garvin's valet. And Ric Flair won that match. And they shot vignettes where Ric Flair is getting ready for his big date with Precious. And he's going to meet her in a Atlanta hotel room. And which, of course, cameras are there because why would they be there, right? Talk about suspend disbelief for a minute. But anyway, Ric Flair and accompanied by James J. Dillon, because why wouldn't you take your manager on a date? Right? Okay. So James J. Dillon and Ric Flair walk into a hotel room. And, of course, Precious is in the room, but she has her back turned to the door when the gentlemen walk in. And, you know, Precious was rather petite, let's say.
Yes, fair statement.
And when they walked into the room, Precious suddenly didn't exactly look petite. She looked rather big.
Yeah.
And Ric Flair got the surprise of his life when Precious turned around and knocked them cold with a right hand of stone.
Oh, who was it?
It
Bertha
was
Faye?
Hands of Stone, Ron Garvin,
yes.
knocks Ric Flair out. That starts their feud where Ron Garvin would actually capture the NWA world title from Ric
16
Flair.
days.
Yeah. Not that that's one of my favorites, but I remember watching
Very memorable moment.
and it really popped out because the first thing I thought is like, is Ric Flair so love blind he can't tell it's obviously not Precious, and neither could James J.
Right.
Dillon. Just nope, that's her all right. She looks to be about 6'1" now, but don't know how that happened. Yeah, it's one of those goofy things, but stands
Always,
out.
absolutely fun to reminisce on this Halloween episode of pro wrestlers who dressed up as other pro wrestlers. Another one that popped in my brain real quick. Not a favorite one, but one that kind of made me chuckle was when Kurt Angle dressed up as John Cena and he was trying to hit the raps, trying to be you as me, like, you know, hat backwards and all that fun stuff. That was always a fun moment. Another one is when we take you back to an episode of SmackDown where CM Punk came out as Jeff Hardy. He had the theme music down. He had the face paints. He was mocking his pose. Everybody's done this at some point in their life. The crowd was eating it up. They're like, yes, I love you, Jeff Hardy. You know, he had the hair all wet. And then when he got into the ring, they were like, wait a second, something's off here just a little bit. It's a little goofy. CM Punk dressed up as Jeff Hardy was a very memorable moment, and the fans definitely soaked it all in. He got some heat for that. I loved that moment for sure.
Yeah, one of the more entertaining skits where a wrestler dressed up as another wrestler was during the feud of The Miz when he was with Maurice against John Cena when he was with Nikki Bella. And it led to the mixed tag team match at a WrestleMania. They did a New Divas episode skit where Maurice was dressed as Nikki Bella and The Miz was dressed as John Cena and portraying his quirks to the max. And it was definitely very, very, very entertaining, and it's worth checking out and looking up if you haven't seen it, to go out of your way and do so, because it's 10. Maurice is a smoke show as it is.
She is.
And she nailed her Nikki Bella impersonation, and The Miz was not annoying and was just 1,000% funny in this skit. It was really good stuff.
Mr. Stefano, we have a joke from you coming in as one of the people are chiming in. Why did the mummy go to therapy?
I don't know.
He had serious rapping issues. Yeah, Halloween episode. This is what we do here. Mr. Stefano, another memorable moment that sticks out in your mind?
Yeah, I think this is one of those events that caused real life tension or heat, as we like to say, behind the scenes. It was when the NWO spoofed the Four Horsemen, and specifically Kevin Nash dressed up as Arn Anderson and said some lines that real life Arn was not a fan of. There was a promo that Arn had said when he gave Chris Benoit his spot in the Horsemen, "You didn't get just any spot, you got my spot." And then in the spoof, Kevin Nash says, "I gave someone my spot, not my liver spot." And Arn was none too happy. I can kind of understand why. And but this one definitely made some waves back in the day, not only behind the scenes, but there were also hardcore Four Horsemen fans that did not like seeing that, had nothing to do with it, nothing good to say about it, raised a lot of eyebrows, let's just say. Yeah. And I'm not referencing it because it's like I loved it or it was a favorite of mine.
No, just a memorable moment that crossed that line.
But this is the topic we chose, and pretty memorable and one of the more controversial ones.
Angela checking in. She says, "What do you call two witches who have lived together?"
I don't know.
Broom mates.
Oh,
what? Halloween, come on. We hope you are enjoying the candy corn, watching some Hocus Pocus. We got a chance to sit down and do a little Halloween edition of the couch game. Check it out.
All right, we got a special Halloween version of the couch game today. We're going to name as many members of the Dungeon of Doom. The pro wrestling stable in WCW, which existed from 1995 to 97. Dungeon of Doom, Devon, or Jason.
Jason's my name. Kevin Sullivan.
Kevin Sullivan.
The Taskmaster.
The Taskmaster, yes.
Jeep Swenson.
Jeep Swenson. Who is that?
First of all, you're the Dungeon of Dumb.
Oh! What? Jeep Swenson is the guy that played in Batman.
Bane.
Bane.
I will say the Giant.
The Giant, yes.
Hang on, do I get credit for Jeep Swenson?
Jeep Swenson? I don't see him on here.
He was there.
What was his gimmick name?
He was
the Ultimate Solution or something?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Is he under that?
Jeep Swenson.
Yes.
He was there.
World class guy, too, was he?
Yep, the Ultimate Solution. That's right.
Yep.
Let's go with, who was in there? Oh, our buddy, the Yeti.
Yes.
Yeti was...
The Faces of Fear. Mania and...
Why do you get to name?
You only get one!
Oh.
One! Why are you trying to trick or treat? It says take one piece of candy. This is the dude that takes two. Unbelievable.
That is correct.
Oh, jeez.
You make the rules and Merc will break them.
Yes.
I'm going to say the Zodiac.
Oh, that was
Yes.
I was going to pick
the
him.
Zodiac.
Brutus. I don't know if he was in it. I'm just going to say him. Was he K-Dog Conan?
He was correct.
Yeah, take that. That was
the
a killer.
Giant.
I said
He
him.
already said it. You're on it.
Oh, that's what you get for taking two pieces of candy. Out. You're out.
I'm going to say Shark.
The Shark, yes.
Oh, man. Who
Devon.
else was in that thing? Don't be pouty. Dungeon of Doom
5,
was
4, 3.
Lex Luger?
Yes, Lex Luger
Oh
was.
my God. Kobe.
For the save.
I know he was in the big gimmick cage match, and they called him because they couldn't call him Zeus. I'll say Z Gangsta.
Yes, he was.
Good one. Good one.
Tiny.
Jason. Devon.
Abdul the Butcher.
For the win, Angelo Stefano.
I'm going back into the Camp River, wherever it was.
Oh, Loch Ness.
That is correct.
Yeah!
The winner, Angelo Stefano. Let us know who we forgot in the comments below, members of the Dungeon of Doom.
That is the Dungeon of Doom couch game. Of course, they were spooky as all HE double hockey sticks. Loving that stuff right there.
I can't believe
Hey.
I said
Hey,
the Giant after he was already been said.
hey, Merc. What do you call a guy named Devon with a hat on?
I don't know.
The Dungeon of Dumb.
Oh.
I kill myself all the time, and I'm breaking the set.
This set
too.
is, HR is not going to be happy with you again.
Woo, boy.
The Halloween episode. We hope you're watching some Hocus Pocus, having some fun with us. Make sure you subscribe to the episode where you can follow along each and every Tuesday where we drop a brand new show. And as always, we have the Pro Wrestling Tea Store where you can get some brand new swag. A shout out to Jay who recently wore one of our t-shirts meeting the infamous Bobby Fish. And you can check that out as well. Before we exit stage left, our very own friend of the show, the vampire, Mr. Gangrel. Yeah, he's got a trivia for you on this Halloween episode.
Hello, this is Gangrel. The Oscars, the Grammys, the Tonys, all famous awards, but they don't mean squat to me. I didn't win any of those. But here's the question. What did I win from Pro Wrestling Illustrated in 1993? Here's a hint.
Alright, if you know the answer to Gangrel trivia, drop it below in the comments. And if there was any other pro wrestlers that dressed up as pro wrestlers, you can let us know if we forgot any, or maybe you have a memorable one that we just forgot. It's been quite the episode here.
Well, how can we wrap this episode up without at least mentioning our favorite Halloween candy?
Ooh, yes. I'm a big fan of the whatchamacallits, I guess.
The what?
Whatchamacallit? They got it?
Yeah, what is it?
What? Oh. Would you stop? What's your favorite Halloween candy?
Well, you don't get a body like this sitting around throwing bonbons down your throat.
What? Protein shakes?
I don't usually partake in any kind of bad sugary treats for myself. But if I was forced to, like someone's life depended on it, and I had to eat a candy bar, I guess I would just do the good old fashioned Hershey bar dunked in a jar of peanut butter with a glass of milk chaser.
2% milk?
You know what? If you're gonna eat like that, why not just go the whole way? I'll do the straight whole milk.
All right.
I'll milk the cow myself.
All right, Merc. What's your favorite Halloween treat?
Oh, anything with chocolate, bro.
Anything with chocolate? All right, yes. Death by chocolate is always a good choice.
I'm sad my kids are older now because I don't have Halloween candy to inspect.
No, we just got cobwebs to tear down in the corner and on the set here. It's been a fun episode. The spooktacular edition of Ultimate Wrestling Trivia, the show. As always, follow us on social media. Hit that like button for Mike Merc. The man in the middle, Angelo Stefano. He might steal your treats.
No.
So take them. Yeah, Starbursts are really good. My name is Devon. We'll see you next Tuesday for Ultimate Wrestling Trivia, the show.